Listen closely as we embark on a journey down a trail of money, power, and deceit. This is the Money Trail, and today's episode reveals the story of what could be the biggest financial crime in Swiss history. In the land of banks, chocolate, and cuckoo clocks, a web of intrigue unfolds. It all began in 2005 when Swiss authorities discovered something was amiss at one of the country's largest banks, Zurich Cantonal Bank. At the heart of the storm stood Pierre Vincennes, CEO of ZKB, and a man once hailed as a visionary. However, those days were about to come to an end. The investigation began when financial regulators uncovered a series of suspicious acquisitions made by ZKB during Vincennes' tenure. The bank had spent nearly 2 billion Swiss francs on companies that seemed unrelated to its core business. Red flags were raised, and investigators started digging deeper into ZKB's dealings. What they found was a trail of questionable transactions, conflicts of interest, and financial misconduct that would shock the world. The alleged fraud reached staggering proportions. Up to 100 million Swiss francs had reportedly gone missing. As more details emerged, it became clear that this wasn't just about numbers on a balance sheet. Lives were being destroyed by the fallout of these dubious deals. In the coming minutes, we will unravel the tangled web spun by Pierre Vincennes and his associates. We will delve into the murky world of high-stakes finance and expose those who dared to betray public trust for personal gain. And most importantly, we'll answer one question: how did this happen in one of the most regulated financial systems in the world? Stay with us as we follow the Money Trail. This is a story that will make your blood run cold. A tale of greed, deception, and the biggest financial crime in Swiss history. At the heart of this story are two men, Bradley Birkenfeld, a rogue banker, and his client, the wealthy American businessman Igor Olenikov. Both would play crucial roles in uncovering the biggest financial crime in Swiss history. Birkenfeld, once a private banker for UBS, one of the largest and most respected banks in Switzerland, began to suspect that his employer was involved in illicit activities. He discovered that UBS had been helping American clients evade taxes by hiding their assets in secret Swiss bank accounts. Despite the risks, Birkenfeld decided to blow the whistle, sparking a series of events that would eventually expose a vast network of tax fraud and deceit. On the other side of the Atlantic, Igor Olenikov, an American real estate magnate, had been a UBS client for years. Unbeknownst to him, his wealth was being hidden in secret Swiss accounts, helping him avoid millions in taxes. When Birkenfeld came forward, Olenikov became a key witness in the ensuing investigation, admitting to his own role in the tax evasion scheme and paying substantial fines and penalties. But UBS wasn't alone in their wrongdoings. Other major Swiss banks, including Credit Suisse and Julius Baer, were also implicated in similar schemes. In fact, an estimated 18,000 Americans had secret accounts in Switzerland, collectively holding more than 20 billion in untaxed assets. The scale of the fraud was staggering, and it wasn't just the banks that were complicit. Major Swiss law firms, accountants, and even government officials were accused of turning a blind eye or actively assisting in the deception. The fallout would be felt not only in Switzerland, but also in the United States, as the IRS launched a crackdown on offshore tax evasion and sought billions in fines and penalties from both banks and individual clients. As we follow the money trail, we'll delve deeper into the roles played by these key players and institutions, exposing the web of deceit that allowed this massive financial crime to flourish for so long. But how did it all begin? And how did a small group of whistleblowers and investigators manage to bring down an empire built on secrecy and lies? Stay tuned as we explore these questions and more in our investigation of the biggest financial crime in Swiss history. In the early 2000s, Switzerland was still considered a safe haven for wealthy individuals seeking to protect their assets from